Good morning, students. We will continue our chapter The Proposal. Lomo tells Natalia that he has the privilege of knowing her family. The Lomovos and the Chubukos have always had the most friendly relations. He tells that his oxen meadows touch her birchwoods. Natalia contests it. She says that oxen meadows belong to them. Lomo says that she is mistaken. She can see the documents. Natalia opposes Lomo and claims that oxen meadows belong to them. The land is not worth more than 300 rubles, but it is unfair to say that it belongs to Lomo. Lomo is ready to provide the documents to prove his print. Lomo says that he is acting on principle. If she likes, he will make her a present of oxen meadows. Natalia opposes it by saying that the land belongs to her. Lomo is only a land grabber. She threatens to send her mowers that very day. Lomo threatens to beat them away. Then they start shouting loudly at each other. Lomo's palpitation quickens. Now we will continue. Chubuko, Lomo, mine. Enter Chubuko. Lomo, he was repeating. He says, no, the meadows are mine. Enter Chubuko. Chubuko, what is the matter? What are you shouting for? He asked, what is the reason? Why you are shouting? Natalia, Papa, please tell this gentleman who owns oxen meadows, we or he. Natalia, she said, Papa, please tell this man, please tell this gentleman who owns oxen meadows, who is the owner of oxen meadows, we or he. Chubuko, to Lomo, darling, the meadows are ours. Now Chubuko replies that the meadows, they were theirs. Lomo, but please, Stepanovich, how can they be yours? He asked a person, how can they be theirs? Do be reasonable, man. My aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for the temporary and free use of your grandfather's peasants. The peasants used the land for 40 years and got accustomed to it as if it was their own. When it happened that, now he cleared his point. He said, no, my aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for the temporary use and free use of your grandfather's peasants. The peasants, they used this land for 40 years and they got accustomed to it as if it was their own land. Excuse me, my precious, you forgot just this. Now Chubuko, he says, excuse me, you forgot just this, that peasants didn't pay your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute. Now he cleared the point. He said that peasants didn't pay to his grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute and so on. And now everybody knows that they are ours. Now he cleared that everybody knows that they were theirs. It means that you haven't seen the plan. Now he said, it means you haven't seen the plan. Lomo, I will prove to you that they are mine. Again he was repeating. He said, I will prove you that the meadows, they belongs to him. Chubuko, you won't prove it, my darling. He said, you can't prove it. Lomo, I will do. Chubuko, dear one, why yell like that? He said, why you are crying like this? You won't prove anything just by yelling. By crying, you can't clear your views, you can't justify this. I don't want anything of yours and don't intend to give up what I have. He said, I don't want anything of yours and I don't intend to give up what I have. Why should I? and you know, my beloved, that if you propose to go on arguing about it, I would much sooner give up the meadows to the peasants than to you there. He said, they belongs to us and we will not give it to you, and if you will argue again and again, I will give up the meadows to the peasants than to you, than to him. I don't understand, Lomo. I don't understand how have you the right to away somebody else's property. Now again he was repeating, how can you take the property of others? Chubuko, you may take it, that I know whether I have the right or not. Because, young man, I am not used of being spoken to in that tone of voice. Now he said, as the property is ours, so you can't say, you can't speak like this, you can't argue. So if I am not used of being spoken to in that tone of voice, I, young man, am twice your age. I am elder than you, and ask you to speak to me without hesitating yourself and all that. And you should speak in a political manner. You are not speaking properly. No, you just think I am a fool. Lomo, he said, no, you are thinking I am a fool and want to have me on. You call my land yours, and then you want me to talk to you calmly and politely. Now he cleared his point. He said, as you are taking you are saying that my land is yours. Firstly, you are wrong. My land is not yours, and then you want to talk me calmly, politely. Good neighbors don't behave like that. If you are good neighbors, behave properly. Stephen Stepanovich, you are not a neighbor, you are a grabber. He said, you are not behaving like a good neighbor. You are behaving like a grabber. Chubuko, what is that? What did you say? Now he asked, what are you saying? Natalia, Papa, send the mowers out to the meadows at once. Now Natalia, she said, send the mowers out of the meadows at once. What did you say, sir? Chubuko. Now he again asked, what did you say, sir? Natalia, oxen meadows are ours, and I shan't give them up, shan't give them up, shan't give them up. Now again she repeated her words, and she said, as the meadows are ours, we will not give it to others. Now there is one passage and questions are given. The excerpt is, I shall try to be brief to touch your birchwoods. And the first question, the speaker of these lines is Chubuko, Lomo, Natalia and Natalia's sister. You will find out the right answer. Second, the speaker knows Natalia's family, and the options are, first, since his young days, second, since his childhood, third, since his school days, and fourth, since his college days. So choose the right answer. Third, the speaker claims that the Lomos and the Chubukos have always been, and the options are, first, sworn enemies, second, not on good terms, third, not on speaking terms, fourth, on friendly terms. Last, my land is a near dash of yours. Fill in the right word. So you will do it in your notebook. Thank you.